What's up, guys, and welcome back to another station recap. Big news. We finally have the exact weapons that the new Phantom class will be using, and those of you who made the guess were absolutely correct. The debate is over. We have rod, rifle, and katana are the weapons. So my guess was partisan. It made the most sense since we already had a partisan that was a scythe, but it looks like they are sticking with the theme of one tech, one ranged, and one striking attack. So I think that's gonna be moving forward. I mean, that kind of keeps us shoehorned in on what the possibilities for the next what's what we're looking for here, for the next advanced class that we're supposed to be getting. I think the next one, what, maybe we get dual blades. Maybe, dude, what if dual blades were the tech weapon? That would be sick. And then we could have, okay, no, I need to not theory craft. I'm gonna get off topic way too far. Anyway, guys, there should be another one of these. This just popped up today, so we're getting to it pretty quickly, but this video should go up by tomorrow, after it is, finalized. But anyway, thanks again to Ricardo for doing these translations. Let's run through them. So we've got what the new Phantom class is gonna be. I also didn't mention this, but it also said in the video that episode 6 of this class is coming out in December for Christmas, so that's really cool. That's really soon. That's like a month away, which is not bad. I guess it's probably going to be late December, but still, December is pretty exciting to hear that this class is coming. So it's soon, friends. And I will be leveling it and playing it, so we'll check it out. We're still okay. I'm not doing this. White Rappy Suit Mini is coming for Christmas on Ice. We get the Ceres series. Obtained from drops through the exchange. It can be obtained from drops or through the exchange. You can upgrade it to these. You can upgrade it through Zeeg for the Zara series. Potential is power up. Power rises based on number of hits. When power reaches max, a barrier is formed. The barrier grants the effect of super armor. Barrier disappears after your attacks don't hit within a certain time. When you have Zara, also get damage reduction effect? Wait, hold on a second. This potential does all of this? So it gives damage up. So power up, the power raises. As power raises based on number of hits. When it reaches max, a barrier is formed. The barrier grants super armor, and the barrier disappears if you don't attack within a certain time. So as long as you're consistently, basically you build up a barrier at the start of a fight, and as long as you're consistently attacking, and you just keep going in, then you keep a barrier that gives you damage, super armor, and damage reduction? That's insane. That seems really, really strong. Like, holy crap. Actually, that's pretty surprising. I'm legitimately excited for that. Hopefully that is what I think it is. That's really, really buff, if so. The Ceres Series 1 S-Class slot, or it looks like S-Class slot and Doombreak factor. And Zara series are S1 through S3 class slots, and it looks like Doombreak 2 is the special ability factor, which is not too bad. Pretty solid for a fixing. Zara series can be obtained from drops as well, apparently. I guess they'll be rare drops, 14 stars. L's line trigger, get one from partner COs. So if you do partner's client order, you get one. Triggers will drop from L's line and other mid bosses. So other mid bosses will also drop the triggers. So they don't want to just be L's line. L's line's where it's possible to evade this with step or guarding. Oh, they're saying you can evade the roar. So he'll roar, but you can evade it with if you dash it at the right time or if you guard it. So that's cool. So Hunter mains out there will be able to, what's it called? You'll be able to go up and ignition parry it, which is going to be interesting. So extra hard free fields. Extra hard maps will be adjusted to make it easier to go around in circles. So they're going to make it so you can run in a circle on it. More running in circles forever on extra hard maps. Lovely. Dark Emperor Rappy will show up, so it makes it so you basically can farm them easily. I guess that makes sense, but still. Expect boost events that increase L's line spawn rates, so we'll get boost events, not too big a deal. I'll expect that. Invade NTs coming to extra hard free fields from level 85 Honar enemies. Or Honar enemy types, specifically hunter enemy types. So not Hunter himself, but hunter enemy types. So cool. 14-star eggs, Viola and Sinker are coming in November. Red Ran will be later in December, possibly. They said later. December is what they're assuming. Parfait and 14-star egg recycling. They have plans to implement this, but they cannot say when. So all those 14-star eggs that you have that you don't have any use for, apparently we're going to be able to recycle them along with parfaits, so eggs won't be completely useless anymore. I've gotten tons of those. I've been selling a lot of them too, so I'll start holding on to them when they come back. Sorry, I have something. Excuse me. Okay, so Fantastic Live costumes expected to come springtime of next year, so not really that big a deal. Forever Loner Endless Quest title. Only one person has Forever Loner currently. They're a gunner fighter. Okay. Gunner fighter. Only person that has, one person has the Forever Loner title. Wow. I guess no one else has cared to go after it. Or no one else has been able to get it. Gunner fighter is a lot of damage, but it is super, super high risk. Because I believe it's low HP playing. I don't remember. Actually, I'm not even going to pretend to understand how Gunner Fighter works, but I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments, so feel free. Reform. Wow. Okay, I'm not even reformalgia. Whatever. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Plans to do readjustments in December. They're reducing PP consumption during rush phase, improving its turning ability, and adding invincibility frames at the start. Okay. So, interesting. These I read over earlier, and these are kind of funny to me. 2008 fall survey stuff. This section is in regards to the recent survey. What do players want in the future? Players want new PAs to all weapons. So all weapon types, I'm assuming, is what they mean. So we want new PAs, essentially. Dual blades, please. Was it either dual blades and what is it? Jet boots are really boring on PAs. We have like barely any. Wands finally got their one, but I mean they have text too. I think the jet boots do as well, but you know what I mean. I want more Type 0 techniques. Yes, more Type 0s would be fun. We want to use both Type 0 and normal PA text or slash text, so basically making both of them useful. In a lot of situations, Type 0 texts or Type 0 PAs end up overriding, or you no longer really want the normal version of the PA. For example, you can use Kestrel Type 0. I guess it's actually a bad example because some people still use regular Kestrel for building instead of for spending. But should I think of, what is it? Sacrifice Bite. Sacrifice Bite, regular Sacrifice Bite, you really don't use it. It's always Type 0. Type 0 is substantially better. So it completely negates the use of regular Sacrifice Bite. They want improvements to simple compound techniques. I've heard complaints about this before. Only certain ones are meta and the other ones are just useless. They want adjustments that focus on something refreshing rather than just power. I like this. So getting more damage is always fun, like being able to push more damage, but you end up going into this power creep. Something to make things different, to change up the way classes play. Not, I won't say change up the way classes play, but make them feel better. Something that feels refreshing. So I can get behind this change if it's something that gets implemented. This is just what people. They want Hunter's strengthened a bit more. Yeah, I don't get it. Didn't Sword Hunter just get ridiculously powerful? Like really, really buff? To my understanding, if Hunters are played correctly, isn't it like Sword Hunter is regen and the other two weapons just dish out damage? If there's like a super aggro monster, then Sword is a bit better. I don't know. Hunters, you let me know. You want more strength, I suppose? So more damage for Hunters? They already do quite a bit of damage if you play them right. They want a new class. Well, your cries have been answered. Say hello to Phantom. Okay, what do players want for quests in the future? They want EQs with efficient experience. I can agree with that. Actually being incentivized to do all of the EQs would be nice because of, you know, experience. They want to play permanent quests that aren't bound by time limits, nor only available during specific times. You mean like more ring around the rosy or extra hard free fields. Some more free fields, I guess. Maybe more interesting quests that aren't bound by time limits or available only during specific times. Dude, I want new lobbies. They want unique behaviors / motions when the devs use existing enemies. Oh, so like Zeta Grand's beam in VR defense is an example. So like when different enemies show up, when the devs are using different enemies or using existing enemies in the game in different ways, they want to change up the behaviors / motions so it's more refreshing, I suppose. They want buff versions of bosses before episode 3. Yes, absolutely. I like those the buff bosses. They were actually pretty fun. Want new quest types? New quest types would be cool. They want increased rare drop rates. I think everyone always wants that forever. I don't know if that's something that'll ever happen. They want changes in movement for buffed raids. What changes in movement for buffed raids and rematch bosses, and not just HP and attack increases. Yeah, that actually, I agree with that. Changes in movement for buffed raids and rematch bosses. So basically what they're trying to say is they want bosses to react and move differently, faster, or move just different than what we're expecting. For them to have more HP and more damage doesn't really matter if we are already used to all of their abilities and how they do them and how to deal with every single one of them. We just take maybe a little bit longer to kill them, or they're a little bit more punishing. Even sometimes, even they're being a lot more punishing, it's still not that interesting. It's pretty much still the same. So I can understand that. I don't think there's any more. Oh, no, okay. So this is October 30th recap, so that's fine. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Actually, I want to kind of go over, I'm going to take this time to go over what I want to see in PSO2 personally. Just because I haven't been playing a whole lot of it because other games have been pulling my attention. But it's more so that I just haven't had a lot of content that I want to play in PSO2. I'm a PSU player from back in the day, so a lot of things that I thought were really fun aren't really in PS or PSO2. So I mentioned it before, lobbies. Yes, redecorating the same lobby over and over again, I guess is okay for some people, but I miss the feeling of going around the world to the different planets, different lobbies in those planets, and the different areas that had different holidays. Like that was probably one of the coolest things to me was as a PSU player back in the day, going to all of the different lobbies during different holiday seasons, taking advantage of specific holidays only being available to certain planets because that was that planet's, that race's that race's planet specifically. So I guess, for example, like Chinese New Year would always pop up on New Days, which was Newman's planet back in PSU. That was really, really cool. But a lot of other things tend to pop up, and I would like that used more so we feel like we're out in outer space more often than sitting just in one giant ship where we just run between area to area. That and more use of our rooms. I know the rooms are supposed to be an area where you kind of do stuff from, but kind of on the opposite end, where I want to see more lobbies used. That way we can go out to these lobbies and experience things out there. People even going to different lobby locations. Actually, I'm going to touch on this really fast too. Going to specific quests from those lobbies. Instead of us always leaving from the camp ship in that one area and the only thing that's different occasionally is like the outside of screen, maybe go to a specific lobby and enter a quest through a gate that's in that area. That was one of the coolest things about the, like right now we have the Arcs Boost Rally. It used to be Arcs Boost Road in PSU, which it was a set of quests that you would run through. You would go through a specific quest going into the next lobby, and then go to the next quest into the next lobby, and the next quest into the next lobby, all the way till you got to the end. And then you would, be at the ending lobby or whatever, where it had all the stuff that you could get, where some people would hang out, and then you could go back to the beginning of the lobby again and run back through. Which, granted, it's novel, but I thought it just helped to, break up the monotony of always being in the exact same area. You felt like you were going through a chain of quests, as opposed to just teleporting into random lobbies and blocks, So that's my little spiel on what I would like to see, have things feel a little bit more interactive, just a little bit. But also the, what was I gonna say? On the opposite end, more use for our rooms. Yes, the rooms are cool, you can decorate them, but you don't really hang out in them. You don't have a reason to. Having the ability to start, like, say, team runs from the team room, or just a group party run, like if all of your friends hang out in your room and then you guys can start up parties and things like that. I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit biased as a streamer. You know, people want to do runs together, say, hey, oh, everyone head over to my room, you know, you can group up from there and then go. It kind of sucks because that's not really how that works out anymore, and rooms I don't feel like they're that useful or that community driven. So I feel like we could do something better with that. So like on the opposite end, I want lobbies to, like, you know, go out and do stuff, but on the same time, I kind of want us to be able to congregate a little bit more and feel like we're out of. I'm tired of being inside the ship. Like I'm so bored of being in that giant ship, because we've seen it for so long now, for 5 episodes. Take us somewhere else. Branch out. We're in outer space, right? Like, let's go to different planets other than just landing there. Anyway, guys, that's my whole spiel on it. Hopefully that isn't too much. Oh yeah, and buff bouncer, lol. But hopefully that isn't, or that wouldn't go for too long, or go on for too long, or anything along those lines. But yeah, what do you guys want to see for the game? Like, what, I mean, everyone has their own thing that they really want to see in the game. I want to hear from you guys. Toss in the comments. What are you looking for PSO2? I mean, another big thing is content that's actually worth doing, that's actually fun, doesn't feel like you're redoing the same crap over and over again. I personally think that the lobby changes would help out with just running the same stuff over and over again, because that's all we did in PSU, and it actually felt good, making us go to different places, even if it was just running the same set of quests, going somewhere else, going to a different tile set. At least it wasn't from the same lobby. Like, it wasn't from the same zone, so it felt better to me personally. But yeah, I know content's a big issue for some people, and it's just, I guess I'll be the one to say it, of course. The affixing system is a nightmare. I know they're trying to do things to fix it to make it not as terrible, but just the idea that you could lose all of your progress on a weapon if you affix incorrectly, or if you get an unlucky roll, just feels bad. So I know that, like, they're doing new stuff, so it's not nearly as bad, but Jesus Christ, fixing does so much damage. So yeah, well, guys, toss what you feel like you want your changes to be in the comments below. I'd love to read through them. I always check these things out. You guys know I always answer all comments for any of you guys that do comment on the videos, and I will see you guys all in the next one.